Good evening and welcome to the regular meeting of the Frankfort Village Board. Tonight is Monday, November 21st, 2022, and we ask our deputy clerk to take the roll. I'm sorry. Actually, our village administrator will be taking the roll tonight.
Mayor Ogle.
Here.
Trustee Rossi. Here. Trustee Borelli.
Here.
Trustee Farina.
Here.
Trustee Savaria.
Here.
Trustee Ledden.
Here.
Attorney Lamore. Attorney Mahoney. Here. Chief Chalepis.
Here.
Assistant Administrator Barika. And the administrators here, village clerk and trustee Petro are absent.
Thank you. Now, if everyone would please stand and we'll say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Next item on here is what we call the unanimous consent agenda. All items on this consent agenda are considered to be routine in nature and will be enacted in one single motion. There will be no separate discussion on these items unless a board member so requests, in which event that item will be removed from the consent agenda and will be considered separately. At this time, I ask if anyone would like to remove any items from the consent agenda.
Mayor Ogle, I'd like to remove item D2.
Okay. Trustee Farina has requested that we remove item D2, which is the preliminary development plan, Misty Creek Townhome Development Approval. Any other items? Hearing none, can I get a motion then to approve the rest of the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Trustee Savaria, second by Trustee Farina. We'll go through each of these items that are on the consent agenda so that those that are in the audience or those at home or be watching later know what it is that your village board is voting on. These items are all available. The complete packet is on the village board website at frankfortil.org, and you can follow along at those. The first item that was in the consent agenda was the approval of the minutes from the November 7th, 2022 meeting. If there are no changes to that, we will move on to Trustee Savaria for the approval of the bills.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Bills were late this month and all pretty routine in nature, totaling $451,903.02. Funds making up this total consist of the General Corporate Fund at $313,016.43, the Capital Development Fund at $26,831.40, Sewer and Water Operations and Maintenance at $105,105.59, and finally the Sewer and Water Extension Fund at $6,949.60. And that's my report.
All right, thank you, Trustee Savaria. Next item on here is item from the Committee of the Whole, and we'll go to Trustee Dan Rossi.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The Engineering Services Agreement, Jackson Creek Sanitary Sewer Evaluation Services, Basins 1 and 4. At its November 9th meeting, the Committee of the Whole considered a proposal from Robinson Engineering to provide professional engineering services for the 2022-2023 Jackson Creek Sanitary Sewer Evaluation Services Basins 1 and 4 project. Earlier this year, the village conducted a flow monitoring survey within the plus or minus 11.3 square mile Jackson Creek Sanitary Sewer sub-basin to pinpoint specific areas within the basin that are allowing stormwater to enter the sanitary sewer system during wet weather events. This project will include manhole inspections, sanitary sewer televising to identify specific defects and determine the most cost-effective repairs. The cost of the engineering design and construction is included in the village's 2022-2023 budget. It was the consensus of the committee to forward a recommendation to the village board to enter an agreement with Robinson Engineering for the project. The motion before us is to accept the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole, adopt a resolution authorizing the execution of an agreement with Robinson Engineering Limited for professional engineering services related to the 2022-2023 Jackson Creek Sanitary Sewer Evaluation Services Basins 1 and 4 in the amount of $86,740. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Trustee Rossi. Next item on here, we'll go to Trustee Farina.
Thanks, Mayor Ogle. The following item is the 2023 Village of Frankfort Meeting and Holiday Calendar. Annually, the Village Board reviews the upcoming calendar year schedule of meetings of the Village Board, committee night, as well as various meetings of the Village Boards and Commissions. The scheduled dates take into consideration 10 village-observed holidays. Once approved, these dates will be posted to the village's website and in the lobby vestibule of the Village Hall for public view. At its November 9th meeting, the Committee of the Whole recommended adjusting a few of the regular meetings of the Village Board, which are designated to take place on the first and third Monday of each month unless published otherwise. It was the consensus of the committee to schedule one Village Board meeting in the month of January 2023, eliminating the January 3rd meeting, move the June 19th Village Board meeting to June 20th, and move the Village Board meetings in July from July 3rd to July 10th and from July 17th to July 24th. It was the consensus of the committee to forward a recommendation to the Village Board to approve the 2023 calendar as discussed. So the motion before us this evening is to accept the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole and approve the 2023 Village of Frankfort meeting and holiday calendar as presented. That is all, Mayor Ogle.
Thank you, Trustee Farina. Now we go to Trustee Borelli.
Thank you, Mayor Ogle. Future land use map amendment. The Village of Frankfort adopted Your Future, Your Frankfort 2014 Comprehensive Plan on December 16, 2019. As part of that plan, the future land use map identified the parcel located at the northwest corner of Laraway and 116th Avenue as general commercial. An application has been filed for a townhome development on the subject property, which would be inconsistent with the adopted future land use map. In accordance with recommended municipal best practices, an amendment to the future land use map would be in order prior to consideration of the proposed rezoning of the property to accommodate the proposed townhome development. The Plan Commission reviewed the application for the townhome development on October 27, 2022, and forwarded a unanimous recommendation to the Village Board to approve an amendment to the future land use map within the Village's 2014 Comprehensive Plan to change the designated future land use for the subject parcel from general commercial to single-family attached residential. The corporate authorities held a public hearing earlier this evening for the proposed future land use amendment. The motion before us tonight is to accept the recommendation of the Plan Commission, waive the first and second readings, and pass an ordinance amending the future land use map within Your Future, Your Frankfort 2014 Comprehensive Plan to change the designation of the property located at the northwest corner of Laraway Road and 116th Avenue, PIN 19-09-30-300-011-0000, from general commercial to single-family attached residential.
Thank you, Trustee Borelli. So we have, those were the items on the consent agenda. We have a motion and a second. There is no separate discussion on these ones. So at this point, we'll go to our village administrator for the vote.
Trustee Borelli.
Yes.
Trustee Farina.
Yes.
Trustee Ledden.
Yes.
Trustee Rossi.
Yes.
Trustee Savaria.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Trustee Farina had requested that item D2 be removed from the agenda, be removed from the consent agenda, and will be discussed separately here, which includes also discussion. And we'll go to Trustee Ledden for the background on this.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This item is a preliminary development plan for the Misty Creek Townhome development. Applicant Flaherty Builders Incorporated proposes to construct a 32-unit townhome development on the vacant property located on the northwest corner of Laraway Road and 116th Avenue. The proposed development includes 4 triplexes and 10 duplexes. To accommodate construction of the proposed townhome development, the applicant requests approval to rezone the property from ER Estate Residential to R4 Attached Single Family Residential District with a special use permit for a planned unit development. A new public road, Misty Creek Lane, is proposed through the center of the development, connecting to both Laraway Road and 116th Avenue. At the October 27, 2022 public hearing on the proposed development, the Plan Commission forwarded 2 unanimous recommendations to the Village Board. Number 1 was to approve the rezoning from ER Estate Residential to R4 Attached Single Family Residential District, and number 2 was to approve a special use permit for a planned unit development, including the preliminary development plan for the Misty Creek Townhome development. The motion before the Village Board this evening is the consideration to approve the preliminary development plan for the Misty Creek Townhome development. The proposed rezoning special use permit for a PUD and associated final plat of subdivision will be considered by the Village Board following the Plan Commission review of the final development plan. The motion before us this evening is to accept the recommendation of the Plan Commission and approve the preliminary development plan for the Misty Creek Townhome development. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, trustee Ledden. So there is a motion to do this. We'll need a second in order to engage in discussion. A second by trustee Burley. Okay. We have Mike Schwartz, as well as we do have the applicant here as well for this. So if there are questions, trustee Farina, you asked that this item be removed. Perhaps we'll start with you.
Okay, thank you, Mayor Ogle. And thank you, Mr. Flaherty, for being here today and regarding this proposal. I know we had a lot of comment from local residents regarding the rezoning and then the density of this development, so I wanted to take it off for some further discussion and just some concerns for staff and the Plan Commission in the final stage to perhaps review. First, I do want to disclose, many of you in here know that I'm a resident of Misty Falls, which is a Flaherty development, and my husband and I, we dug a hole in 2009, believe it or not. So it's been some time since we've seen each other. We haven't been in communication, but I just want to be transparent about that. So first of all, in regards to the village board accepting the Plan Commission's recommendation to change this from commercial to residential, I think that is the right move. There's a school there besides homes. There's a path to Old Plank Trail, so I do think that that would be a better use of that land for the area and for Frankfort. So I'm glad we move forward with that tonight. With regards to the townhome development, when I was reading the Plan Commission minutes, there are a couple of questions the Plan Commission had in regards to the density, and I know that was an issue that some of the concerned residents from Sandalwood and Stonebridge had as well. And then the dog park. Is the dog park in the right spot on Laraway? That's generally open land that's down Laraway. So does that need to be moved in the back of the development or eliminated in just an open space? I know there is a park in Sandalwood and Jansen Park, so it doesn't necessarily need another park there. But open space is always good, because I know that was questioned at our 20% mark. So in our final development, I'm hoping that staff will revisit that with the Plan Commission and work with Mr. Flaherty to, reconsider those areas.
Okay.
So good.
Thank you, trustee Farina.
Sure.
Are there any other comments from other board members?
Sure.
Trustee Burley?
Yeah, no, I'll say I agree with most of trustee Farina's comments. We look at that parcel of land, and it's basically either a strip mall or a residential, attached residential, because single-family development won't fit there. It's just too small of an area. My understanding is that these townhomes, they're not low quality. This is Frankfort. They have to be up to our standards. I was at the Plan Commission meeting. I think Mr. Flaherty said they would be somewhere in the mid to upper fours. Correct me if I'm wrong, sir.
Really, about a year ago. I don't believe we're going to be. We'll probably have a 5 in front of them.
Okay, so. Yeah. I can understand, concerns about quality, but I don't see that here. This isn't going to be like going down Laraway a little further to New Lenox, where some of the homes aren't they are not up to our standards, right? So that concern I don't have here. And again, it's either that or a strip mall. I'd rather not see a strip mall there. I think most residents don't want to see a strip mall there, or God forbid, a gas station or something like that. So to me, it makes sense. So I just wanted to express my thoughts on that.
Okay, thank you. What we're doing at this juncture, this is, we are going to do this preliminary development plan, and this will go back to the Plan Commission, and that will be the final review for a final development plan, which will then come back to us at the village board at a later date. If there are no other questions from our board, the applicant would like to speak. It's entirely up to you. If not, we'll go to our vote.
Mayor, you want to invite the public just to see if they have any comments before we vote on this?
Is there
issue?
anyone from the public? I think we know all the people that are in the
Okay,
the
I didn't know.
audience tonight, so
Okay, just want to make sure.
none of them. Otherwise, yes, trustee Barretto, we would have invited them up.
Thanks, Mayor.
So unless somebody does want to speak on this, Mr. Flaherty.
As we go back so it was about the density, the dog park, the location, and whether it really is needed or not because of the other parks in the community. Is that correct? Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay. We have a motion by trustee Ledden. We have a second by trustee Borelli. Any further discussion? Okay, then we'll go to our village administrator, Rob Pisha, for the vote.
All right. Trustee Farina.
Yes.
Trustee Ledden.
Yes.
Trustee Rossi.
Yes.
Trustee Savaria.
Yes.
Trustee Borelli.
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right. Thank you, and thank you to the applicant as well. Next item on here is the mayor's report. The Village of Frankfort celebrates our local small businesses and their contribution to the local economy and our community. We encourage all of our residents to support the Saturday after Thanksgiving as a day to shop small and shop local in Frankfort. According to the U.S. Small Business Administration, there are 32.5 million small businesses in the United States, and they represent 99.7% of the firms with paid employees and responsible for 62% of the net new jobs created since 1995. So the trustees and I support Small Business Saturday and encourage our residents to do their holiday gift buying right here in Frankfort. At this time, I entertain a motion from the floor to proclaim Saturday, November 26th, as Small Business Saturday in the Village of Frankfort.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Savaria, second by trustee Farina. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. All right, thank you. Our annual tree lighting ceremony is scheduled for Thursday, December 1st at 6:30 p.m. on Brighter Green in downtown Frankfort. Musical selections will be performed by the Hickory Creek Middle School Choir and the Black Willow Brass Quintet. Santa, Mrs. Claus, the Grinch, and Cindy Lou Who will all make an appearance that night too. So if you want more information on that, visit our website, frankfortil.org, or go to Village of Frankfort, our Facebook page. There's a lot of information on that, and it updates very, very quickly. So, and also we have another save the date for you. Friday, December 9th, the Chamber of Commerce will host its annual Midnight Madness event in downtown Frankfort. And this is a lot of fun. It's from 6 to 9. It's a big festive party down there. Businesses will remain open for shoppers to take advantage of their hospitality and holiday gift-giving specials, and the discounts continue to get deeper as the night goes on. That's always a good time to get out there. Make sure you get your dinner reservations made early, if you can. Our annual Reindeer on the Green event will be held on Saturday, December 10th, from noon to 2 p.m. on Brighter Green. You experience an up-close encounter with 2 Alaskan reindeer while listening to holiday music performances by the Frankfort Girl Scout Service Union 718 and the Black Willow Brass Quintet. Included in this year's event are the trackless train, an arts and craft table, and complimentary hot cocoa and cookies. Again, details are available on our village website. One of our local dealerships, Phillips Chevrolet, was rewarded with the J.D. Power Dealer of Excellence Award for the 4th year in a row. This award recognizes select dealerships throughout the United States for exceptional customer service. Phillips Chevrolet is the first and only Chevy dealership in Illinois to achieve platinum status with J.D. Power, which is awarded to dealerships that have been named a Dealer of Excellence for 4 consecutive years. Congratulations to Phillips Chevrolet for earning this prestigious award, and we wish them much continued success. We have a couple exciting things here, too. We want to wish our Lincoln Way Griffins football team good luck this weekend. They're heading down to Champaign for the state championship. And I also want to thank our residents for their generosity during things. After Halloween, we asked our residents to bring their leftover candy, and we ended up getting over 200 pounds of candy that came here. So we distributed that to the Mantino Veterans Home, the Crisis Center for South Suburbia, the Will County Children's Advocacy Center, and the Morning Star Mission. So it was very generous. It was amazing, and the mayor's office was filled with stuff. But you helped brighten somebody's day, so we're very proud of you. And there are other organizations that were collecting for food pantries and everything else that was going on. So again, the generous spirit. I'm very thankful that we're blessed that we live here in Frankfort. And again, thank you for brightening somebody's day. And final note, I just want to wish everybody and my colleagues and staff all a happy Thanksgiving. And that's it for the mayor's report, and we'll go to, I guess we'll start with Trustee Ledden today.
Oh, wow, some pressure. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. I hope you enjoy the holiday, have a safe and enjoyable holiday. I also would like to congratulate Coach Z and the Lincoln Way East Griffins for another advancement to state, and their coaching staff and their players. Having had one of the kids played for state championship back in 2017, I know it's a very exciting time for all the parents and the players, and like I said, the coaches as well. Also would like to congratulate Providence and their first-year head coach, Tyler Plants, for getting to state as well. So wish them a lot of luck this weekend, both of those teams. So happy Thanksgiving. That's all I have.
All right, thank you, Trustee Litton. Trustee Savaria?
I feel like this is a ditto moment. Good luck to Lincoln Way. I mean, great achievement by Coach Z. And then we want to wish everyone a happy and safe Thanksgiving. Thanks, Mayor.
Trustee Savaria. Thank you. Trustee Farina?
Well, first of all, congratulations, Grandpa.
Thank you.
That's wonderful news for your family. I, too, congratulations, Lincoln Way East Griffins. That's really exciting. I can't count how many times they've been to state and have actually won, so I'm looking forward for a win. Also, I want to acknowledge the Cub Scout Pack 270. They had their scouting for food this weekend, and they collected 633 bags of food for the Frankfort Township Food Pantry. So that's really great. And again, to your point, Mayor Ogle, we have such a generous community that so many people donated for the scouts to be able to deliver that to our township. So wonderful. And with that, happy Thanksgiving to everyone here and our residents. We're hosting this year, so we're excited about it. And that's it.
Awesome. Thank you, Trustee Farina. Trustee Burley?
Thank you, Mayor Ogle. Yeah, that Scouting for Food is really a just awesome event. It shows the generosity, and special thanks to the parents that make that happen. We have some of them in the room. Thank you. Saturday, shop small, shop local, shop Frankfort. It's Small Business Saturday is one of my favorites. We'll be out there, and as soon as we're done, we're heading down to Champaign and going to go cheer on East. That's so awesome. I was so just what a fun game to watch. I still have never seen a play like that 99-yard run. That was amazing. That was amazing at the end there to put the nail in the coffin. Just so much fun. I just love watching the East program. Every year they just put together such a great team. Coach C, just amazing. So good luck, and just to beat Loyola would be extra special. And then wanted to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. That's all I have, Mayor.
All right. Thank you, Trustee Burley. Trustee Rossi?
I won't say ditto, Gene, thank you. First thing, congratulations to Lincoln Way East football. It's quite an accomplishment. They're incredible, and good luck to them on Saturday. I want to make sure we invite, everybody realize the tree lighting is such a fun time. It's a combination. You've got Park District, fire, police, village, everybody involved in it. And if you have any small children, you really should try to bring them out. It's a great event. Also, again, a little plug for Lincoln Way East, their theater group, the play they put on that I mentioned 2 weeks ago, or about a month and a half ago, actually, Theory of Relativity, got selected to be competing at U of I in January as a competition for the music group from the state of Illinois. So it's another accomplishment for East. It's incredible. And obviously, last but not least, safe and happy Thanksgiving to all. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Dan. All right, now we go to our village administrator, and I was also doubling as clerk tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just want to let residents know that next week we will do our last branch pickup, weather permitting. So if you have branches that you need picked up, if you want to call us too, just to let us know that you have them. But the crews will be out all week picking up branches. And unfortunately, then we'll be converting all the trucks over for snow removal, which hopefully won't have any snowstorms this year.
This week or next week?
Next week, starting on Monday. Yes. And then also wanted to congratulate Philip Chevrolet on their award. It's a great accomplishment for a business within our town, and they are integral to our community and what they provide for us. Also, congratulations to both Lincoln Way East and Providence. They represent our community very well, and wish them well going down the state. And finally, on Thanksgiving, I wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, and just know that the Village Hall will be closed on Thursday and Friday in observance of the Thanksgiving holiday. And that's all, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Rob. Now we'll go to our police chief, Leanne Chilopus.
Thank you, Mayor. As the holiday season approaches, we would just like to remind everyone, our residents, that we do have a vacation watch. So if you're going to be traveling out of town, you can fill out a vacation watch for us to keep an extra eye on your house. The best way to do that is to go onto the village website, go onto the police section, and under the crime prevention tab, there's a form to fill out. So we wanted to remind you of that resource. Our standing crime prevention tip: please remember to always lock your doors, your vehicle doors, and never to leave keys or key fobs inside of your vehicle. And lastly, I too would like to wish everyone a safe and happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Chief. And now we go to our attorneys for the attorney's report.
No report tonight. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
All right, thank you. Is there any other business by the board? Coming forward. Okay. Now we come to the part that's called public comment, and we invite the public up to address the board. And if anyone would like to address the board, please.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Donna Norton, and I'm here tonight as a representative of OPA. I'm here to read a letter from the owners, Maureen and George Carunzos, who unfortunately are not able to be here. Dear Mr. Mayor and trustees, OPA appeared before this board in October on a proposal to enclose the outside seating area and add a small patio. We were also before the Plan Commission for a workshop in July and again in September for a public hearing. On each of those occasions and before each body, the ever-recurring issue of parking at Brookside Commons was raised. In order to alleviate and abate the issue, OPA agreed to adjust its operating hours and delay the restaurant's opening time by 4 hours to 3 p.m. This concession has resulted in a significant revenue loss to the business, but we realize it is a necessary step to accommodate the village's concerns. Based on those same parking concerns, we ask that our proposed PUD change be tabled to consult further with our architects regarding the changes to the proposal and to give OPA time to consult with our business neighbors and about possible shared parking agreements or other creative parking alternatives. OPA Modern Greek Cuisine opened on December 21st, 2021, and we are very grateful for the support from the community, both near and far. Opening a restaurant in the middle of the pandemic comes with many struggles, but the Frankfort community has welcomed us and is the reason for our success. Since the first day we opened, and with our limited indoor seating, it has not been unusual for there to be a wait time that ranges from 40 minutes to 2 hours to be seated on the weekends. With a long wait time and individuals in close quarters and others near the front door, and the added element of the cold air rushing in each time the door was opened, the comfort and concerns of our patrons became our main concern last winter. Our solution was to erect a vestibule. It added much-needed space for patrons to wait in comfort with social distancing and away from the winter elements. Not to mention, it also solved the issue of cold air rushing in when the door was opened. It is a high-quality improvement to our footprint. We have strived to improve our building and surroundings and to provide Frankfort with a quality restaurant where there had existed a shuttered business at a location that brought much negative attention to the village. The Village of Frankfort has recognized our many efforts and honored us with a 2022 Beautification Award, which gives public recognition to projects that exhibit functional and tasteful design and therefore enhance the village. These facts are meant to provide you with an informed backdrop. 10 days after our last appearance before this board, George Carunzos received a phone call from Adam Nielsen stating that the vestibule must be removed before the end of November. This was the first time we learned from the village that the vestibule was non-compliant. The existence of the vestibule was never raised when we were before the Plan Commission in July or in September, nor was it mentioned when OPA appeared before the board in October. Currently, the vestibule serves as a perfect solution, especially as we now once again face the cold winter months ahead. The tabled proposal to enclose the patio, once it is constructed, will allow for the tables to be alternatively staged during the cold winter weather and farther away from the front doors to protect our seated customers. This will also provide a larger indoor waiting area. We understand and recognize the village's concerns regarding fabric vestibules. Over time, they become faded, ripped, and tattered, and it would be time-consuming for village staff to monitor their condition. However, none of those adjectives describe the condition of our vestibule. It is a superior product which was erected in January at a cost of $8,500. OPA has made every effort to accommodate the village on previous issues, even to the extent to consenting to a change in operating hours to ease parking constraints, and we are now asking for a small consideration from the village at this time regarding the vestibule. We are asking that the village delay the order to remove the vestibule for a period of 6 months. This will get us through the winter weather and the often unpredictable spring season. We thank you for your time and continued support of our family business. If you have any questions regarding the vestibule or any other matter, please do not hesitate to reach out to us, and we will respond promptly. We wish you and your families a very happy and healthy holiday season. Sincerely, Maureen and George Carunzos.
Thank you very much for your comments, ma'am. Is there anyone else who would like to appear before the board with public comment? Hearing none, can I get a motion to adjourn? Motion by trustee Borelli, second by trustee Savaria. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone.